morning, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. It's about 7 a.m. Our flight leaves for Jakarta, actually stopping in Tokyo first, in about 5 hours. I have to edit the vlog and get a bunch of work done before I leave for the airport. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to bring you guys on this entire journey. You ever wonder what it's like to travel 20-something hours on a plane? Well, you're about to find out. Then we have some amazing adventure lined up over a 9 or 10 day period that we're in Indonesia, and then ultimately the flight home and getting back to my animals. I hope the start of your day is absolutely amazing. It's going to be an incredible journey, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. What do you say we just make the best of this day together? For now, I've got to get my edits done and get a bunch of work done before I leave for the airport. Let's get it started. Alright, so I just wrapped up editing the vlog and it is now uploading to YouTube. Hopefully that goes well. I have about an hour and 15 minutes before I head to the airport, and if you guys don't know, hotel internet speed is not always the best. So I'm definitely going to be cutting it a little bit close. In about a half an hour, I'm meeting up with my buddy Brian from California that's going with me to Indonesia, and then a little bit later we're going to be hitting Forrest that's coming with me from Indiana. Now, as I was reading the comments on today's vlog, which I always do, I love you guys commenting, so make sure you comment down below. I noticed there was an interesting thing. You know, I like to call you guys Czechies, you know, Barczyk, Czechies, you know, you guys know that, whatever. So someone brought up an interesting thing and I kind of liked it. It was Brianation. So let me know down below in the comments, do you like to be called Czechies or do you like to be called Brianation? I don't know, I think they're both really cool, but I want to know from you guys. So I'm going to wrap up a few things here. Get ready. It's getting close, guys. A little over an hour. We're heading to the airport. Just before we get on the way, I wanted to kind of tell you how I feel right now. So some of you guys may not know this. I've said it in previous vlogs that I've suffered with anxiety for a lot of my life. And although I've continuously gotten better at it, the truth is that I still deal with anxiety. So my anxiety level's a little high now because, you know, when you're going to get on a plane, you start thinking all the what ifs. And that's the problem with anxiety sufferers, is we think, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if this happens? And so I'm trying to calm myself down and say, Brian, don't be silly. This is going to go great. It's going to be amazing. So I just wanted to update you. Yes, I'm anxious right now. Yes, I feel like, man, I shouldn't go, but I know I should go, and I know it's going to be amazing. So again, I told you I'm going to take you on the emotional journey, and I'm going to take you on it. And maybe this, for people that do suffer with anxiety, can inspire you. You know, I mean, look at, I've traveled all over the world and done amazing things, even though I've always had this kind of anxious mentality. So if you're anxious, you can get past it too. Step out. The best way to overcome that is to be a doer and to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. So, okay, off to the airport. All right, so we are off to the airport, to Terminal 3 as a matter of fact, and this happens to be my buddy Brian Kusko. He will be vlogging this entire adventure as well, so I'll make sure to put a link down in the description. You can follow another angle of this insanity. So I think we have about 2.5 hours to our flight, and hopefully we just got to find some parking, get a shuttle over to the airport, check in, and away we go. All right, so we are at the airport. We've got to go through that line, check in, and figure out where we're going. We're actually flying Japan Airlines, but the first leg of the trip is actually American Airlines. So I think we check in on American, but I'm not 100% sure, but we'll figure it out. We are through security, but I did get yelled at for having the camera on time lapse on that last shot. So apparently, don't leave a camera unattended at an airport. Bad idea. Now we just have to find our gate. So I'm at the gate right now. We probably have maybe about 45 minutes before we board, something on that lines. The bad news is that the three of us won't be sitting together just because the flight is completely full. The good news is we have an exit seat, so at least I'll have some leg room, which is really nice, especially on a long flight like this, and you can get up really easy and so like that. To give you an idea, this is the plane that we're flying in right now. So that is what I'll be calling home for the next 13 plus hours till we get to Tokyo. I'll give you the lay of the land when we're inside and kind of show you where I'm sitting, and kind of, we'll probably walk around the plane a bunch when I'm bored, and I'll show you around so that you get the feel of what it's like to be on a plane for, you know, almost 13 hours. We're almost going. My heart is really up, I'll be honest with you. That anxiety is up right now, and but I think once we're on the way, it'll start to feel a little bit better, but it's starting to feel real. I mean, like real. Guys, this is Forrest. You're going to be seeing him throughout the vlog as well. So, you guys ready? You ready for this, Forrest?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's your first big flight.
Yeah, it's my first overseas flight.
Oh my gosh, this guy's a world traveler.
Yeah,
so
I'm just gonna go to sleep and watch. I'm gonna drool all over these guys.
I tell you what, I am going to literally be waking up Brian every like 20 minutes, being like, Brian, dude. We're not sitting together, but he's just a stone throw away from me. So the good news is that the three of us are not sitting together, but we are close. So hopefully we'll be able to get up during the flight and kind of hang out a little bit together to get me over this insanity. But hey, let's go ahead and board. Alright, so guys, this is us. The good news is it's an exit row, so I get all this space right here. The bad news is I can't put my bag underneath my seat in front of me. And there we are. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. So we're just literally Brian and Forrest over here. We're just hanging a little galley area here, which is really nice. So everyone else is sitting down. I'm assuming at some point the flight attendants are going to tell us we need to sit down, but as for now, they just keep walking by us. So I'm going to hang out as long as they possibly can, because we're going to be sitting down a lot. But yeah.
Face the final frontier.
Brian, can you get me a drink?
Oh,
Yeah, some coffee for me. I'm going to spend as much time on this flight standing up right in this area, because that's the one thing that's great about our seat right here, is that I can just get up and walk over. So anyways, my anxiety level's a little bit down. We're on the plane. It's final. I'm pretty sure the door is shut, so we're not getting off. Again, this flight is, I think, a little over 12 hours, 12 and a half hours, something like that, and we'll be in Tokyo. So, but I'll be vlogging throughout the flight to just give you guys an idea of what it's like. But wish us luck. Hope it's a smooth flight. As you guys see, we're about to take off. Pretty bumpy to start. They say about a half hour, 40 minutes, maybe it'll smooth out. So we are about 4 hours into the 12 and a half hour flight, so I have again about 8 hours or so left to go. It's been a pretty good flight so far. What's weird is that, you know, you leave at noon and then you kind of fly into darkness within a few hours. It's not completely dark, it's really like dusk, and then you kind of stay in the dusk for hours and hours and hours, so it like never really, it's not light and it's not dark outside, so it's just kind of a weird thing. But hey, 8 hours. Right now I'm able to just stand up. Forrest is coming over, Brian is coming over. We're gonna just chit chat for a while, hopefully pass an hour and a half of time, then can sit back down and maybe watch a couple more movies, and then hey, hopefully we'll be there pretty soon. I have a feeling that the next leg of the trip is going to be the tough one, because we're in Tokyo for about 3 hours, and then we leave and we have like an 8.5 hour flight down to Jakarta. So that's the flight that I'm a little bit worried about. So I think that by that time I'm going to be like, I do not want to be on a plane. Well, I don't want to be on a plane right now, but I think that flight's going to be really bad. About halfway through the flight now to Japan, but then we still have the 8.5 hour flight to Jakarta. And it's been really cool because we've just literally been standing up. Brian and Forrest and myself have just been standing here in the little galley area for the last probably hour and a half or 2 hours just chit-chatting. So it's been a pretty awesome experience. Okay guys, so we've been on the plane for 10 hours now. That's like, what does it feel like to be on a plane for 10 hours? There's a scene in the movie English. Well, LL Cool J said,
grab hold of a hot hand for a second can seem like an hour. Put your hands on the hot woman. An hour can seem like a second.
well, yeah. So 10 hours on the plane seems like an eternity. 3 hours to go until we get Japan. We are about an hour away from landing. Forrest slept slept a bunch. He's all giddy. He's all like happy, and he's like, yeah, this is great. I've been up the whole time. Brian probably slept a little bit, but now he's doing some sumo moves over on the ground. He's ready for wrestling. Anyways, like I said, about an hour, so we'll probably get ready to start landing in the next probably 15-20 minutes, and then we're in Japan. I tell you what, it has been a long flight. Yeah, we still have a ways to go. Really bumpy coming in. It's like a roller coaster.
Excuse me, sir. Pardon me, sir.
Yeah, right.
Step as you exit, please. Thank you.
Konnichiwa from Japan. Finally on the ground. That seemed like a lot longer flight than a 13-hour flight. I tell you what, and that landing was like brutal.
That landing was pretty bad.
I tell you what, as soon as I heard the pilot came on and said, flight attendants, take your seats immediately, and I knew we were in trouble. We're in Japan now, so we have a couple hours before we board a flight back to Jakarta, which is another 8-hour flight. Been to Japan before, but this is the first time I've been at this airport. Just kind of an interesting thing to experiencing something new. Now, Brian, on the other hand here, the only reason he said he's coming on this trip with me is to teach me the ways of drinking whiskey.
That's right, and we're gonna find something. Scotch selection here is not as incredible as it is at some of the other duty-free shops. However, I have not seen these two different bottles in Macallan. Macallan happens to be one of my favorite bottles of Scotch.
I don't even know what to... Tell me the difference between Scotch and... It's whiskey made in Scotland.
Scotch is whiskey made in Scotland.
Well, we're in Japan. Did you know that? This isn't Scotland.
Oh.
Did we make a wrong turn at Albuquerque?
No, I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
The whole purpose is how to drink whiskey. I'm not a drinker, so this is gonna... don't worry, I'm not getting drunk, but I might sip on some whiskey. You know you're gonna see a Pikachu when you're in Tokyo. One of the things I love to do is go into stores in different countries and just look at how crazy things are compared to what we're used to. Sitting here at the Tokyo airport with about an hour to go till we board the next flight. You know, it's kind of hard to even express how much I don't want to get on that plane for another 8 hours to Indonesia, but I'm at the point where there's nothing else I can do. You know, I know that once we hit the ground and we get a little rest, because we're going to get in, it's about 4:30 Tokyo time right now. We get into Jakarta at about midnight, a little bit after midnight, so we'll be able to go and get some sleep. Probably by 1:30 we'll get to the place where we're staying. We're gonna get some sleep. I'm sure when I wake up tomorrow, all of this like craziness about flying will be gone. It'll seem like it was all worth the trip. Right now it's pretty brutal, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I've been through this before. It's tough to do these trips. Again, it's worth it to get to the end of the journey, so I gotta keep my positive thoughts on this one because, man, I do not want to get on that plane, but the thoughts of all those amazing animals and the great adventure is what's going to keep me going. It'll be worth it. I know it'll be worth it. All right, so we're about to board our flight to Jakarta, but I met this guy in the airport. How are you? He's actually from New Zealand, and his girlfriend is from Singapore, and he came up and he watches those. So there you go. It's good to meet you. You have a safe travel to Singapore, okay?
Thank you very much. You have a good trip in Indonesia.
Thanks. All right, man. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Say hi to your girlfriend. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, ready for our next flight. I'm not. So I learned my lesson that the last time that I updated you guys in the bathroom, I wasn't looking at the lens, I was looking at my eyes. So now I'm looking at the lens, I'm correcting myself. So we were about 3 hours away from landing. The flight's been pretty choppy, so I've been in my seat. It's dark outside, so there's nothing really to film. But again, things are going okay. 3 hours away until we land. I cannot wait. I mean, it seems like we've been traveling. I guess we've been traveling for over 20 hours already. So it seems like we've been on the road forever. So I cannot wait to land in Jakarta. Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you. Alright guys, we are in Jakarta, Indonesia. Pretty excited about this. so nice after being on a plane for so long. It's gonna be nice to be in one place for a little while. Whew. Asia. It's freaking cool to be in a place you've never been before. It's just it's pretty awesome. Take a look at this hallway. Made it through all the customs here in Jakarta, so we are home free. Now we just gotta find the guy that's gonna be picking us up and hopefully taking us around. Hopefully we'll find him. Oh, there he is. Hey, it's a success. We have someone. Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for picking me up. Thank you so much, it's awesome. Yeah, thank you. Just to set the scene a little bit, it is about 2 o'clock in the morning here. It's probably about 85 degrees, really high humidity. It's like, as soon as you walk out here, it's like a steam bath, but I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so all checked into the hotel. This is basically, of course, everyone's just lounging around at the moment, but this is basically where we're gonna stay the next 2 days, and then we move after that to a different room. You know, I know that today's vlog was a little weird because it was just a travel vlog, but I really wanted to take you guys on every bit of this adventure. So I wanted you now to know how it felt to travel for 23 hours to a different country, and now you've seen how it is. Starting tomorrow, we're gonna be doing a lot of wildlife and animals. I don't know what we're gonna do, but every day we have wildlife stuff lined up. So this is the last non-wildlife vlog, I promise you. But thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this, and if you would want to go on a journey like this, a 20-something hour journey. And thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have an amazing day. You mean so much to me. Do me a favor and smash that like button and hit that notification bell for me. Be kind to somebody, and I promise I'll see you tomorrow.